All right, welcome to episode 108 of Hip Hop High Society presents the Roundtable Hip Hop Discussion. We're gonna have a compact episode today. I'm not sure if it's worthy of a pause or not, but I'm gonna say pause anyway, just in case. But of course, we got the one and only homie coming off his vacation. Obi, you look a little tan, brother. You look a little tan.
Well,
How you doing?
I don't know. I think it's faded super fast. So I don't even know. I appreciate you lying though. So that's nice of you. But yeah, no, I'm back. I got my Puerto Rico hat. Boom. I thought more people would be here, be like, Obi. Nobody. That's fucked up. That's crazy.
Right. The show must go on, Obi.
That's right. No. I don't mind it. Yeah.
But it is good to see you, brother, man. After a long hiatus, man, we're going to get back to work up in here, of course. And so let's get right into it, shall we, bro? Let's get into the first topic we got at hand, bro. We got a rapper, I didn't even say rapper, a podcaster, civil war going on, right? A lot of moving parts and pieces. The lines between independent journalism and network politics are blurring, with Ray Daniels accusing Charlamagne of digging up dirt and calling out Wayno, kind of. I think he apologized for that, but then you got Akademiks saying some stuff. So if I'm gonna pull up the first video we got, man, this one is of Ray Daniels. Oh, I think I put up the wrong one. That's not Gleams. What up, Gleams?
What up? Get in here.
And here we go.
Everywhere I've been in the last 24 hours, everybody say, is this real? Is this fabricated? And I'm like, what do you say to those people? Because I'm like, I'm here.
That's my point.
It seems like it's real to me.
And that's my point. The way they're doing it, it's almost like they're using me. I want you to know you fucked with the wrong donkey. Y'all ever seen a movie where he was like, yo, he picks on everybody. I am the wrong one to fuck with. I have my father's name and I live with it and I carry it and my son got it. I'm not about to let a nigga play on my name. Nobody. And it's like, and let's be clear, I won't play on yours. I think I'm complimenting Jay. I think Jay is the smartest black man alive. And I think that he understands things that we don't. And I think that he ain't gonna talk to us. So the best thing you can do is watch him and learn from him. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I've been doing my whole career. And by the way, I went on record saying I've learned more about success from Jay-Z than my own dad. I love Hov. I have no problem with you. I love what y'all doing, but I called a play. Maybe you gotta revamp the playbook or something. But I saw what was coming.
And then just for me personally, this is what I'm gonna say. Obviously, Charlamagne, he got the New York radio around 2010, 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. He had a whole career in South Carolina before that. He was in Columbia. Guess who else was on the radio around there? My dad was on the radio in Columbia.
Oh, wow.
And Charlamagne, niggas in South Carolina know. That's all I'm saying. So he throwing mud isn't the best play for him or strategy. I don't think it's a wise thing.
Oh, so you're saying it's not that, y'all. You got to remember, I'm one of them. I know how they think. Man, go murk that nigga real quick. You ever seen the movie Taken? Okay, Taken is one of my favorite movies. I'm like the father from Taken. I'm going to get what I got to get for me and mine. You remember the scene it's one scene of the movie where he finally found his daughter and the guy got him tied up and he's like, look, man, just let me go. Just leave me alone, man. I'll take my daughter. You'll never see me again. And the guy goes, it doesn't work like that. And just kill him and walked away. You said kill him to the wrong motherfucker. I'm the wrong donkey to fuck with. Like, dog, I've made my money. I own my houses. I own everything flat out. You cannot fuck with me because I knew this. I've seen this industry kill people off and I was preparing for the minute they try to kill me off. So I paid all my shit off when I got some money. I paid everything. I don't have no debt. You can't hurt me, and I don't need a job.
I ain't finna play all 10 minutes. He goes on to kind of say that Wayno as well is signed to the Black Effect podcast, which is Charlamagne. So he kind of accusing him of being also in the mix of that. He's pretty much mad because he got Donkey of the Day. He got Donkey of the Day because he announced a Jay-Z album, made all these insinuations like he was tapped in, and in reality, he's not tapped in. And of course, Charlamagne would know because Charlamagne is tapped in. Right? So that's kind of the gist of that, and he's just kind of talking shit behind that. I'm the wrong donkey. Now, coming behind that, I believe Wayno is responding. So we'll play this one, then we'll kind of dissect it a little bit.
You question why I'm on the Black Effect Network, and then you say some shit about, oh, well, you know, because he leaked information. That's what you're reducing me to, nigga? That's what you're reducing me to. See, the thing about Ray Daniels, I don't even take it personal, and I don't even take it as disrespect because I don't know you. I don't know you personally or professionally. I've never had to work with you. You put me on the narrow. I made some money on narrow. Thank you. But other than that, I don't know you on no level. Now, since the nigga want to talk about why I got something, and he's always talking about what yo, man, you know, why Charlamagne trying to keep a black guy down and all that. He should be helping me. And let me tell you something. This is not for me to defend Charlamagne. I don't give a fuck about what y'all two niggas got going. This is me talking to you. You went on the internet and said some shit about my business, my professional business that you have no insight on. Since you so much of a fucking executive, wouldn't you know that any deal that's done takes months to do? So you think, oh, Charlamagne told me to leak some information, and I was like, oh, okay. He's like, I'll give you a Black Effect deal for that. See, that's the type of way you speak, and you don't articulate. You think you articulate yourself well, but you don't. You just be saying shit. But let's talk about why I have a Black Effect deal, and let's go through numbers. So Ray Daniels presents his YouTube channel, right? It's been up since March 28th of 2009. It's damn near 20 years. You got 117,000 subscribers. You got 3,098 videos, and you got 27,125,365 views. Bet. Now, since we talking about what niggas got, what they don't got, and we're gonna talk more about that too, is this. I started my YouTube channel in 2023. I was never putting out my own personal content. I was featuring on people's shit, but guess what? I got on YouTube and I grinded. But I got 96.9 thousand followers. I got 1,016 videos, and I got 25,346,205 views. Only a little bit under 2 million views, as opposed to what you've been doing for damn near 20 years and what I've been doing for the past 2. Since we want to talk about why niggas, the reason why I got a situation is because niggas watch my shit and I built my base. I don't have 15 guests. I don't got 5 niggas up there talking with me. I ain't got a bunch of people sharing their opinions. I talk about my standpoint and report on news because that's what I was doing on Everyday Struggle. That's what I was doing when I had connected with Wayno. And I don't have a complex next to me no more. And I don't have an Amazon next to me. And I had to grind from the bottom. And it's a very selected few of people who gave me game on how to do that. But how dare you, Ray Daniels? How dare you, nigga? For a nigga to sit up here and post my video, post a video of my show on his channel and say, yeah, this is my brother. I ain't no hater. You know, I'm showing love. Then why didn't you know, if you watch my show so much, why didn't you know that I've been dealing with something personal?
Okay, there you have it. There you have it. So that's the first kind of part of it. Get your thoughts, man. So we got Ray Daniels, of course, announcing I guess the bogus Jay-Z drop or something he didn't know, and then kind of throw Wayno in the mix. Wayno responds back. What are your opinion on Ray Daniels? I know we got some other opinionated people, but what do you think about that whole thing, man?
Yeah, you know, I don't have too much of an opinion on Ray outside because I just don't really like tune into him too much, if I'm being perfectly honest. But from everything I see, it keeps me from tuning in. If that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't really see him saying shit that makes me want to tune in or listen to him. And even just watching these 2 clips, which is more or less some of the most I've even tuned into that shit. It's like, yeah, I'm with Wayno on all that. So like, yeah. But also Wayno made me nervous because my YouTube was my personal account that I then flipped over. And I think it says the original date is 2012. And so if we're counting years, I'm fucked because I'm like, they're going to be like, this motherfucker's been working for 15 years and he's got 300 followers. No, that's a year. That's a year. Don't do that. Like, oh shit. So now I'm gonna have to go and revamp my shit on that. So, you know, that's the main worry I got. But yeah, it's tough because I'm not the guy that asks. It's like I never gave a fuck about no Breakfast Club and Hot 97 beef. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like media personalities beefing and arguing to me. It's like I get why people are interested. It's just it's not really my style. I just don't really tend to give a fuck. But when it's presented like this, you know, I could pick a side, I could see what's going on, and yeah, it doesn't. From everything I had seen, Ray Daniels seemed in the wrong, and everything I've continued to see, it's just not. Yeah, it's not. I don't want to keep tuning into Ray Daniels personally.
I feel you on that, and yeah, I definitely get Wayno's thing. It's like, why you include me in this? But to be fair, I think a lot of times when you get that mic in front of you, you got to talk, and you kind of got to make the entertainment going and things of that nature. Sometimes people put themselves in predicaments and things of that nature that may not be 100% true. It's like when you watch a documentary movie. It's like when you watch the NWA movie. Sometimes it's a little Hollywood in there, right? So I think that's part of it.
Of course.
But
yeah, I mean, at the same time, this is engagement boosting for everybody, right? To a slight degree, like them engaging with each other's got people talking. We're talking about them. We're posting about it on Twitter that we're talking about. Like, so it's good for all of them in a sense, right? Like, I guess so. I get it.
Eat. Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Now to add more to that, right? Akademiks, of course, who has some back and forth with Wayno.
Yeah.
I think that might be included in the clips, but Rob Markman got included in the Akademiks type of deal. But we'll play his portion, and maybe we'll hit Act. I hate listening to Act, but whatever.
This ain't even about me, right? It is about you. This is about y'all who watching. This is about y'all. The guy who lies to you, who will come up with the nastiest takes, who will hire clippers to spread it across the internet to manipulate whatever he wants you to believe. The guy who doesn't present an ounce of objectivity. The guy who created Akademiks TV and lets that account do his dirty work, dropping the most vile, nasty shit, just actively attacking folks. That's the guy saying, okay, where's the journalism now? Hey, we need the facts here now. Now the facts are on point. But it's not about facts. And it's never been about facts. It's about what story he can tell that benefits him and diminishes anyone who he believes is opposed to him. That remind you of someone? His Uncle Trump? Seriously, he calls him Uncle Trump. He's called him Uncle Trump. Feels like right out of that playbook, right? And his tweet, I mean, it wasn't serious. It's not about him wanting me or Lauren or Mark to report on whatever it is he's talking about right now, right? He don't need me for that. He don't need Lauren for that. He don't need Mark for that. He has a bunch of clippers that he pays to do that. These days, the game isn't about the truth, sadly. It's about if you can get the internet, and when I say the internet, if it ain't real people, then it's bots. But the internet in total, because they say 50% of internet activity is botted anyway. The game is if you could get the internet to repeat your bullshit long enough till it becomes the truth, till it appears to be the truth. That's really the name of the game. It's him saying, look at how much of a victim I am. Rock Nation is out to get me, y'all. Little old me who never bothers anybody.
Never bothered anybody. Markman never bothers anybody. And then pull up X's response. Drunk off the Hennessy. All right.
On Hill and myself to validate his findings.
Let me just stop right there. All three of y'all niggas, Lauren LaRosa, Mark Lamont Hill, and y'all could all eat a dick. Let me just tell y'all the truth about journalism these days. This is why I don't respect y'all. I really call on y'all on some facetious shit. I don't respect none of y'all niggas. Y'all niggas on some journalism shit. Let me tell you where the journalism coming when it comes to y'all niggas. Nigga, you just a writer, nigga. Like, yeah, you listen to hip hop and you from the culture, this and third, but nigga, when I think about journalism, I think about investigative shit. None of y'all do that. Definitely not you. You the genius, nigga. You don't do that. Lauren LaRosa is I called for a statement. She don't do that. And anybody else I mentioned, I basically told y'all all three of y'all niggas to eat a dick. You know why? Because the real journalists these days that put the work in is the YouTubers, nigga. They put the work in. I've always said, you know why I came up in hip-hop? I came up in hip-hop shitting on niggas who wrote. The journalists who wrote for Hot New Hip Hop, all these other bum-ass sites. I shitted on them because I would download the fucking. I figured out, oh, let's get the indictment. Let me go read 700 pages. Let me go read 10 different things. All y'all did is the repost. All y'all do is repost shit. So when I hear y'all talk about shit, even when you don't even know the case, you like stumbling, fumbling, looking at your notes. You don't even know what you're talking about. How you the journalist and you have zero idea. I talk about the case not only because I'm sued. I talk about the case fluently because I know it back and front. How are y'all journalists? Is it because I pop shit and I could talk shit with the best of them? I'm not no journalist. Nigga, I know more than you niggas about all this shit. You niggas do no research. You don't do no work.
Ah, that's enough of that shit. I find this very ironic in the fact that this dude like didn't know like reasonable doubt and shit. Like he didn't know. He talks about yeah, you know about court cases, you know about who killed who in Chicago, even though you shouldn't even fucking like that's what you know about, bro. To call somebody who actually knows hip hop, who's actually part of the culture, who's at the fucking Jay-Z concert and at the different events. And not in their mom's basement. Nah, he got his own basement now. Excuse me. I don't want to disrespect you. But in the basement, drunk, talking shit. I can hear him slurring his words now. It's like, bro, you in there yelling at the mic at a real journal. And then last but not least, and I throw it to you, bro. Like, there's different levels of journalism, right? There's investigative journalism. There's political commentary. It's several different schools of journalism, right? There's just not one. You can't just be an investigative journalist. There are all types of journalists, dog. And it's just discredit somebody being a journalist because they not like following every fucking court case, like they don't know the ins and outs of the Diddy trial or who Drake's suing this week or some shit. It's like that is fucking bananas, bro. That is. But I expect nothing less. I honestly don't know how this cat got a platform, bro. And people, but I don't know nobody that really listens to him. I know people that see clips. I don't really know nobody who's streaming, but the number's there, so somebody must do it. But what do you think about that whole fiasco, man?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's kind of funny because really he was saying that there's different types of journalists, right? He's kind of telling him like, you do this and she does that, and I'm over here doing this. It's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. You guys are all doing slightly different stuff, slightly different ways. You know, I mean, honestly, even a little bit of credit to Ak, like for what he does. Like he said, he does a good job. He looks into the cases and he reads the documents and he goes through so credit to him on that. But yeah, it's like he's attacking other people for not doing the same exact stuff as him. But it's like that's why you're special and quote unquote, right? Like that's why you're the number one guy. So why are you getting mad and attacking all these folks that are below you on like the media list when you're the top dog? You could just chill and relax, man. It feels like between this and the last one, we're heading to a hip hop Infinity War, a new one, media Infinity War, some shit.
Dog. We got
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so like everybody's gonna link up, and it's gonna. Yeah, no, it's just funny, but yeah, like you said, that's all kind of expected type of shit. Like if Ak gets poked in a certain way, like I feel like that response and everything that's happened is lines up with what I would expect.
Yep. And he went on. I think he's talked about Mark Lamont on one of his drunken rants. Mark Lamont, he'll respond about that. Let me play this real quick.
What do I think about that? He says, I don't break hip hop stories and do investigative work, and I don't produce new information on hip hop. Mm. I would say, Akademiks, you are correct. I don't claim to. I haven't done hip hop journalism in probably 20 years. And when I did, I was a music critic, and I report on stories that are relevant to hip hop. But I don't walk out here saying that I'm a hip hop journalist. I don't think I've ever said that out here. I wrote some of the earliest books on hip hop, and I've made a huge contribution to hip hop, and I still study hip hop as an academic. But I'm not a hip hop journalist. And when Joe hired me, to my knowledge, we were out on the balcony when you made me sign the contract. When we talked,
he hung you over the edge.
He and Ian, yeah.
Me and you gonna go to lunch.
I don't think Joe ever said to me, Mark, I want you to be my hip hop investigative journalist. If I thought 90% of the criticism I get up here is that I'm supposed to be the political guy, but ... or we got too much of that political shit. I didn't know that my job up here was to be covering or to be breaking stories on any topic, but especially not on hip hop. Am I a journalist? That's one of my roles in life. It's not my primary job, but it is.
He gets the rant. Long story short, he kind of reiterates what we said, is that he is not a hip hop, at least for the sense of that platform. All right, he's on a panel of people and he talks about different subjects. And Joe Budden podcast actually hits on several different topics, which it also includes hip hop. So I just think it's a thing where the lines for journalism is skewed. But with that being said, I'm gonna throw one at you, throw a curveball, right? What does hip hop journalism to you entail, right? Does it entail maybe you're looking at these different stories that may not be about the music itself, but around the characters surrounding the music? If that's all you cover, can you really be considered a hip hop journalist? What do you think?
No, I mean, that's a great question. I was even thinking about it right then, is like, even some of these people, are they journalists? And I'm not saying that to discredit them by any means, right? But like, yeah, for me, a journalist is somebody that maybe is like writing articles, digging and doing research and maybe finding some stuff out. Like, you know, I think there are some elements to journalism that some of these people are not, quote unquote, like doing really, but like, that's not their job. I think these are more like media personalities. They're here to talk about hip hop and talk about topics and stuff like that. But like, if these guys are fed information about something from the source, you know, it's like if they report on that, they might get that door closed in the future. Or like, you know, I'm just saying, like, these guys are operating more as media personalities that when they get access, it's when they post access, it's something that they were told to post about, or like that they're said, hey, you can do this, right? They're not trying to break these stories per se, unless it's on somebody that they don't mind the door being shut with, you know. I mean, and so that's where it's like, I think a journalist does expose all stories and does tell all about, you know, blah blah blah, and does also go back, like, no, and I don't mean this to be, you know, rude to none of these people, but like, call up a legendary MC, let's dig in on an album, let's dig in on some, you know what I mean, like some old. That's the shit I got into hip hop podcasting for, or not for me, but like when I was a listener, was to get those kind of stories, you know what I mean? So like, that's more like journalism than these guys not these guys, but folks talking about whatever the new news topic is of the day. Even myself, I mean, I'm not a journalist, you know, I'm just a guy personally, but you know, definitely
you're a fucking journalist, Obi. I'm sorry to tell you this if you don't know it already. You're a fucking journalist.
I'm in media, maybe. All right. I mean, I haven't made a single dollar off of none of this shit, so I don't know how much. Okay, all right, all right.
More of a journalist. He threw it for the love of. You know what? Take you a year, ho. First,
I don't know about that, but yeah, no. Yeah, so I think that I'm not sure who currently would be the top hip hop journalist. You know what I mean? I don't think that hip hop is currently highlighting journalists like that, because again, that's someone that might dig up some dirt that people don't want dug up or something. So yeah, it's a blurred line for sure.
You're nicer than me, bro. I think Akademiks is a propagandist, bro. You're fucking You only cover one side of any issue.
I thought we were talking about all journalists. I didn't know we were just talking about.
Well, just this dude in general, since he was the last guy that we brought up on the screen. This guy's a propagandist. To me, Rob Markman is more of a journalist in the sense that he covers everything. He actually breaks the artists. He actually covers the music and not just the TMZ. TMZ has like a hip hop division, to be honest with you. They got like So if you're only doing that, and then if typically 90% of the time it trends negatively, or if you're doing the rage baiting, if you're doing that type of deal, and Akademiks does do some like very underhanded shit where he has like this different account where he does like very clickbaity, clippy, you know what I mean, rile people up type of shit, and he doesn't run that account, but it's Akademiks TV, right? So he does that kind of underhanded shit where I think a lot of these other people are actually, and then I'm not even a Markman Hill fan in the slightest. If you ever pull up my fucking Twitter, you will know that if you ever search it. But at the same time, he is a legit journalist. He is trained. He knows how to fucking debate. He knows how to interview people. He knows how to do these things in totality, right? He's actually somebody who takes pride in his work, you know, whether you agree with him or not on most issues. I don't firmly believe that. I think, you know, Akademiks kind of struck gold when the streaming thing was coming. And sometimes part of success is being at the right place at the right time when the right things happen, right? Some person that put $1 on Bitcoin back in like fucking 2003 or some shit, he's rich now, right? Sometimes part of it is being somewhere at the right time. So salute to him for that. But at the same time, if you're going to be in that space, I think it's time to put away the bullshit and start to kind of adapt. Get you a real fucking studio, bro. Stop streaming from your basement, you know, maybe be sober sometimes. Maybe stop trying to be so much of a propagandist and a dick rider, right? Try to embody what a journalist should be, because it is a lot of kids and there's a lot of people that look up to him. It's a lot of people look up to a lot of these cats and want to be in that space. So that's why, like, if we come on here, I try to read the article. I try to have some knowledge, even if it's something that's not in my space, right? I try to be as unbiased as I can, but sometimes bullshit is bullshit, and I got to call you a bitch or whatever. But outside of that, though, I try to keep it very unbiased and very, you know what I'm saying? So I think you need to do that, bro. So if you're going to be in that space, I just think we need to be more responsible, all of us, bro, because we are in this space, no matter how big or small you are. You just got to be a little bit more responsible. And I think just honestly, this little civil war shit they got going on is kind of a bad look overall. I know we men, we got egos, we got to spit our truth. If somebody says some bullshit, you're going to go to the mic with it or whatever. But sometimes, man, like there's different channels. There's back channels you can go through to air your beef out, bro. It ain't always got to be in front of the mic, because then it starts to look like, okay, you trying to run some views up. You feel me? So it's kind of my 2 cents on that, man. Is there anything I got left on that? At one point, does beef start being about our truth, start purely about market shares and network affiliation? Now, that's the last thing I'm talking on. Do you think the whole Rock Nation does like the fucking Drake universe, like you said, the Civil War? We in the Marvel fucking universe right now, right? Is this just a continuation of that fucking Drake Kendrick shit? Do you see? Because it's almost like the sides are forming up. Like, is that part of that still in 2020?
I think there's a little bit of the spark. I don't know if I would say it goes as deep as, you know, everybody involved here, right? But I do think that's a bit of the spark with Ak and Rock Nation and all that shit. Yeah, so
that's insane, dog.
Yeah, I know it.
We need to move past this. I feel like Dr. King. We need to peace. And honestly, I'm just sick of talking about that at this point. We might even hit it on later because we got games out, and we're gonna hit a little blurb later. But yeah, some nasty work on there. But any last thoughts on the Civil War?
No, I'm just waiting for it to turn into an Infinity War or whatever the fuck happens next. I can't, I don't know. I'm not tapped into Marvel like that.
Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither. I got sick of it. It's like I don't even know what movie they're on at this point. But
yeah,
Lil Durk, a message that Lil Durk reportedly sent in a text chain has surfaced online, which he allegedly states, "We got the location in the weeks following King Von's death. I'm not celebrating New Year's because my dog is dead. Nobody's doing anything about it. Rondo out here act like they have nothing to worry about, even though we got the location." Stop texting shit, please. With the text, "We got the location," servicing weeks after King's Von death, is Lil Durk now legally and publicly, quote unquote, cooked. We know the trial, I think it's started or is about to start in like a week or something. I think they're doing like the preliminary shit. I don't keep track of all the trials like that because I kind of don't give a fuck. But, or is this just like kind of another chapter in hip hop's volatile feud culture where threats are made but rarely prosecuted? I guess the gist of that will be, or at least where I'm going with that, is something like this. If you read something about the location, all this, is that something you think is like a regular occurrence when there's a beef going on and people just send messages, or just add to like, this is a terrible look. You looking kind of cooked considering, Quando Rondo's cousin was killed. What do you think?
I don't know if I'd say he's cooked particularly. I think I've seen, you'd be surprised what people can beat and overcome in a courtroom. But I do think that it's not a good look. I don't think it's going to help. I think it's similar to dropping an album while you're on trial that's full of, You know, we saw that recently, so we'll see how that goes. As far as
But
shiesty, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
this just feels like one of those things that's like, this would be better to not have pop up for you for sure. So, but I don't know. I don't think he's cooked, but this is one we're gonna have to see in about a week or so.
for sure, for sure. The source reports feds claim Lil Durk rejected Quando Rondo's affiliates peace offering ahead of murder for hire trial. And Durk's ongoing murder for hire trial, prosecutors filed a trial memorandum Monday claiming Durk rejected an effort to end the conflict months after the August 2022 Los Angeles shooting that killed Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab Robinson. According to the government, an affiliate of Rondo reached out in December 2022 attempting to squash the rivalry. Prosecutors alleged Durk responded to a voice message that he wasn't getting on the phone to sell things because of the situation about his late brother D-Thang and King Von. At times, what makes the government argument interesting, prosecutors appear prepared to use the exchange to support their contention that the alleged conspiracy and Durk's retaliatory motive extended beyond the Los Angeles shooting. Durk has pleaded not guilty and denies orchestrating the attack. There's also very current courtroom hook. Durk has his final pretrial hearing. There we go. Tuesday, August 18th, about 2 days ago, where Judge Michael Fitzgerald considers several disputed prosecution. Oh, wow. Why the fuck I can't read? Prosecution exhibits. The judge ruled that an excerpt from a 2021 DJ Akademiks interview featuring 6ix9ine Whack 100 can be admitted. There you go. Stop going on these podcasts. I'm going to highlight this right here. Stop going on these and talking. Earlier, Fitzgerald also allowed prosecutors to use Durk's Piss Me Off video and portions of his lyrics. I know we had that highly publicized thing where I think Jay-Z was kind of advocating for them not to be able to use lyrics and things of that nature in trials. I don't think that take effect apparently because they're using still videos and lyrics. And we're basically at the courthouse door. Jury selection is scheduled to begin Thursday, August 20th, which is today. So they got the jury today. I don't know how long that's going to take. With opening statements expected tomorrow, Friday, August 21st. So the trial is about to get underway. And yeah, it sounds like this whole peace offering thing. I'm not sure how they even found that shit out or how legit that is. If he did reject that, do you think he would have been justified in not maybe publicly ending that beef like that? Or, I don't know. We got two of your homies no longer with us. That's kind of rough. I can understand.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you. That's I don't want to speak. It's like you don't want to speak on certain things, and you don't want to.
We don't want to end up like Whack 100, and wasn't it? But I feel you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
I feel you. So there we
I just
go.
I hope everything goes well. Fuck, man.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Do you think? All right, let me ask you this: were you kind of a Durk fan or anything beforehand? Do you think that that's a blow to the Chicago landscape? I know you deep, or you love you some Chicago music, which I appreciate. What do you think? Is that a big blow to the landscape on this?
I do think it's a big blow. I'm not the biggest Lil Durk fan, but I definitely feel like it's a blow, and people are gonna feel it. So within the city, and it's. You never want to see a star in any city get like put out. You know what I mean? It's just like fuck. But that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping for good things. I think he could. He's not cooked. I don't think. Although things are stacking, right? So we just gotta stop. We gotta stop adding to the stack.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I do hope it turned. Like, I will say this because a lot of people have lost their lives and all this. I do hope this brings about like people looking at the whole situation in totality and kind of, maybe realizing that everything is not worth, particularly if you're in a certain position where you can really uplift and help people like Durk was in, and which he did, help a lot of people and shit like that. When they gave him like a key to the city, like a fucking key to Bellwood or some shit, one of them suburbs before that happened, right? And it's just like that's come crashing down. Where now, like a lot of people who probably could have been lifted out of that lifestyle, with affiliation to Durk, a lot of talented people who maybe don't have the connections themselves could, use this as a way to better themselves and get out of kind of that lifestyle. And now that the avenue is gone. You feel me? So
Yeah.
Sometimes it's bigger than you, and you kind of got to look at totality. You know, you may try to retaliate, go back to what you used to, do. It's a lot of times I don't have to like bite my tongue coming up, you know, through the ranks and stuff like that to get the fuck out of Chicago and make something of myself. You feel me? So I feel you, dog. But you know, hopefully everything comes out on the other end. If the truth, if he ain't had nothing to do with it, I hope he comes home. You feel me? So
exactly.
That's kind of all I got. You got any last thoughts, dog?
No, just like you know, I hope he's not involved, and then he can be free and things can thrive. And then it's always tough, right? It's like you want justice, and I also don't want to wish anyone to be in prison. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's why I gotta stand back and be like, what, you know, however the cards unfold, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we shall see. Salute to Starla out there in the land. Hey, good to see you. I got your article. We'll be dropping a Jay-Z article. Stay tuned. She'll be dropping tomorrow.
Nice.
So I appreciate you. We working around here as journalists.
Starla is a journalist. That's for sure.
Definitely talented writer. So we got
Absolutely
74 people. Make sure y'all share too, man. That's a good start to the show. Matter of fact, we're gonna get to a good segment, I believe, because we're getting into the DOD. You feel me? So let me pull up the intro so we can get into that. See who it is this week.
Hey, Dad.
So this week, the crash dummy of the week, we got the Penn State fraternity boys, who I've dubbed the Coke Boys. The Coke Boys in the building. Apparently, Penn State frat, a cocaine ring. Suspects allegedly used Cash App, Snapchat to arrange drug deals.
Perfect.
Suspected kingpin Agostino Abatiello, the Pablo Pescobar, is among 13 charged in the trafficking. And this is Agostino. As you can see, McLovin is slanging bricks at Penn State. You cannot make this up. A lot of times when we think about the whole drug culture and things of that nature, certain people have a certain stereotype that they put in their head, but apparently this is the new face of drug dealing, as he's been announced with trafficking cocaine, large amounts of cocaine, facility delivery cocaine, and known person scored documents, and an estimated $30,000 was sent via Cash App, which is probably the dumbest thing you could fucking do. Talk about amateur hour, sending thousands of dollars through Snapchat and Cash App. And Cash App actually sends you a 1099 at the end of the year when you do transactions through Cash App. You literally gave a trail for them to follow of your illegal transactions. My God, I respect the gumption, but man, go be a day trader somewhere, dog. This is not the life for you. So hopefully when you're done your time or whatever you guys got going on, because it is 13 cats, bro. You can see some of the pictured suspects, right?
That the teacher? Who the fuck is that old man?
So you see this here, right? These are people that clearly should be somewhere in a Wells Fargo fucking desk approving loans or some shit. They should not be slanging bricks. But that, again, this is a killer of the stereotype of the alleged drug dealer, right? So these people have pretty much put their future and careers in jeopardy via slanging them bricks at Penn State. So for that, we got to go ahead and get these cats the big old car crash. Bam! I will caveat and say this, though. However, if they were to drop a mixtape right now, that shit might go diamond. These motherfuckers are about that life. So, yeah. So, like I say, but did you peep the story, dog?
Oh, yeah, of course. I saw something like that. That main dude was keeping a diary, which, first of all, what the fuck? But okay. And then the diary is like talking about his his wanting to be on Wall Street and all that shit. It's just like, what the fuck is going on? And then now that I'm thinking about it, this old man, he's got to be the muscle, right? Because also, like, if you don't pay them back, what the fuck are they gonna do? These guys got guns. I didn't hear of any guns in the report of, you know what I mean, being. So what are y'all gonna do? Penn State, a bunch of Penn State fucking accountant kids.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great
Cash
movie.
App.
And in about 5 years, this is gonna be a fucking awesome movie. I will be tuned into it.
Yeah.
He was organized. Yeah, organized.
Yeah.
Idiocracy. But that's all we got, man. So hopefully we get Lee in here. She can take over next week to see who we got the crash dummy. You feel me? Outside of that, man, if you ready to listen to some music, dog, I'm ready to listen to some
I'm ready.
music. Let me get this pulled up first real quick because I'm fucking up. I'm behind. And let's see here. So this week we got from Atlanta, we got an artist named A.OK. And he's going to be presenting his song called High Dive. And actually, before we go into that, I also want to mention that we do have the submission open for those who want to submit music through us. Just make sure you go to the Hip Hop High Society website and you can actually submit your music right to us. So you don't have to send those emails and wait and hope we got it. You just use the submission button. So thanks to Cloud for that. But let's do it. All right, here we go. Make sure you guys mute your. You don't even want to hear, man. Make sure you mute your mic, Obi. This is a High Dive featuring lavish music.
PG Bates.
Feeling hella lost at these crossroads, cause only Lord knows what my mind on. In the hyperbolic training, that's my new home. Smoking on the Nimbus got me feeling different time zones. Eyes hanging low, but I'm wide awake. Stu kid off his block, I got time today. Cackling while planning how to kill the game. Feeling like a kid at heart, y'all better let this child play. Launching over negatives and roadblocks. You just waste some time scrolling, nigga, TikTok. Instead of minding what they got, they wanna take it all. Treat it like Mufasa, steady praying on my downfall.
This is life. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Live your life.
How you feel? How you feel, huh?
How you feel? Gotta do it right.
Make them jump, what?
Gotta make them jump. High dive. Ready to fly.
Getting hella sauce at these crossroads, cause only Lord knows where my mind's gone. Faded like Uchias with the crimson on. Only Cloud Ninja rocking heavy in the village, dog. Devil fruit awaken, bringing joy, boy. I'm a symbol with the peace, making big noise. Trying to figure out my quirk with your little toys. Hide in plain sight, looping there when to play coy. Finna go berserk and show good. I've been on opponents that's 100, nigga go nuts. And they got no hiccups, I'm aiming but they head no focus. I'm like Hulk, I'm in fight back mode. My soul busy and zone and fantastic. Raining down the pressure like guard with sand rabbits. I'm soft with a bad habit of feeling the body. Switch, see the light still long. Thought a nigga really blew it like the tunes with the shroom on.
This is life. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Good life.
How you feel? How you feel, huh?
How you feel? Gotta do it right.
Make them jump, what?
Gotta make them jump. High dive.
These lavish music vocals, baby.
To fly.
Drifting to the open road, took the right direction at the fork and seeing stepping stones. Every stride I took up on these Midas color bricks below means another level down. It ain't really secret though that I'm elevating. Ain't no sky to finna read me, bro. Using another technique, this energy I'm giving off got me getting brolic in the moonlight when I'm wilding out. Meditate and concentrate, gaining back control now. Whoa now, slow down. This Rona had to find his way back up. Rising from them places, make a normal ninja act up. Steady hate the journey from the way that they sound. I'm wiping them out, there's no to leave them dead on the ground.
This is life. What you doing? What you doing? Live your life.
How you feel? How you feel, huh?
Gotta do it right. Make them jump, what? We high dive. Yeah, we fly, right.
Another 2 KCMF affiliates track.
All right, man. There we got AOK coming out of Atlanta with High Dive. And I am first up. So I'm fucking with that, dog. I'm fucking with that. That was kind of light, nice light end of summer. Kind of reminds me of like some Will Smith summertime kind of, fluffy shit. I liked it though. It was very uplifting to me, very bouncy. Even kind of the hook, man. Even kind of this. It was smooth. It was smooth to me. So overall, it wasn't nothing too crazy. Probably a little lighter than what I'm more of a dark, coke music type of person. But I'm fucking with that, man. And that was a good change of pace, I think. So I'm going thumbs up, man.
All right.
And
well,
Obi, it's on you, dog.
I hate to go the opposite of what you're talking about.
Oh.
And so I won't. Oh shit. And so I won't do that. No, yeah, that's a thumbs up. I thought that shit was dope. I was into it when he was rapping. Like when the first verse started, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm fucking with this. And then guess what? When that hook came on, boom, I was hooked in. I thought that shit was great. I thought that was kind of had like kind of a classic vibe, like maybe early 2000s or like, you know what I mean? Something like that. And I fucking love that time. That's right in my wheelhouse. So yeah, no, I like that song. Might have to check AOK out. And yeah, that's a thumbs up for sure.
All right. That's 2 up. 2 thumbs up, baby. Get you the flawless victory. Great job, man. Thank you for sending that track over to us. Like I said, that was kind of a change of pace, man. So I'm fucking with it. We'll pull up your Instagram. We got AOK, man. Make sure y'all go follow the man. Got a pretty decent following already, man. So he's definitely doing his thing. I've seen some shows out there. We're making moves. I've seen some anime shit. Might be one of Dale's people's, man. I've seen a lot of anime things in there. But make sure y'all check it out, man. I like artists that's kind of on a different vibe. That's the beautiful thing about hip hop to me is like everybody kind of brings their own type of energy, their own type of vibe to there. And you're missing out if you only listen to like one segment of hip hop or one segment or even one genre in general, right? I like to mix it up sometimes. So, but man, make sure y'all check them out. AOK. Shout out to Starla. She was feeling it too. That'll be your 3rd thumbs up then, dog. Starla fucking with you. Nice flow. Any last thoughts, man, on that trip?
Nope.
All right, make sure y'all go follow my man's Instagram. Leave it pulled up for another hot second there, and make sure y'all get the views up. We always got to get the disclaimer, even though we did like that track. You're never supposed to judge an artist off one single song. This is more of a promotional thing, if anything. So make sure y'all check out the entire discography and give AOK a shot if you didn't particularly like this song. We liked it, right? All right, sure. So next up, man, Timbaland back in the news, dog. Apparently has a lawsuit, man. So it's gonna be interesting. Timbaland sued by DJ Who, says producer's son took his tour spot. So we got some nepotism allegations. The DJ claims Timbaland cost him $120K Missy Elliott tour job and failed to honor a settlement. A 6-figure touring agreement tied to one of 2024's biggest hip-hop arena runs has turned to a contract fight for Timbaland. DJ E Freezy is suing that's a hell of a name. Is suing the producer and Mosley Touring, claiming he lost $120,000 in expected earnings after being dropped from Missy Elliott's Out of This World tour less than a month before it began. He believes the decision was made so Timbaland's son could take his place. Timbaland denies that an enforceable agreement existed as alleged in the complaint. So you get the gist of what's going on. But this is just one of many things in a long, twisted saga recently for Timbaland, who before this, to me, was like, one of the most legendary, still one of the legendary producers. But this second half of this career is looking a little funny in the light. So DJ E Freezy, legend Timbaland's son, replaced him on Missy Elliott's tour for $120,000 payout. How does this pattern of nepotism and broken promises, compounded by recent AI controversies, we had the AI shit, past accusations of sidelining artists like Bryson Tiller and Tink, threaten to permanently tarnish Timbaland's legacy as a mentor and innovator, or is this just the inevitable friction of industry in flux, business as usual in the industry? Lots of lawsuits, lots of allegations, man. How do you feel about Timbaland's legacy at this point, Obi?
I mean, you're kind of asking the wrong guy or the right guy, depending on how you feel, because I've been kind of like out on Timbaland for a minute, to be honest. Like the AI shit was a big like thing, but honestly, even back in the day, like when he was coming out with Tink, I remember feeling like this feels super unnatural. It feels like this is getting pushed like crazy. Wasn't into that. Going before that, like don't get me wrong, he's a legendary producer. I'll give him his flowers, and at the same time, he makes a lot of beats that I don't fucking like that much. To be honest. You know what I mean? It's one of those like. He's got amazing songs too, amazing beats, amazing hits. Like there's no doubt about it. I'm not trying. That's why I said I wasn't trying to discredit him. I give him his flowers, but at the same time, there's a lot of shit that I don't fucking like. You know, as well as multiple other legendary producers. He's not alone on that. But so point being, yeah, I'm done with Timbo. I've been done. I can give a fuck less. That totally sounds like him. I'm not surprised that he fucking let his son do whatever. Like, yeah, no surprise at this point.
Man, did they even say his son's name in the article? It was like Timbaland's son. It's like,
yeah, no, yeah. What's his DJ name? Who the fuck is DJing now? Like, but point being, yeah, his legacy is tarnished, in my opinion. Again, it doesn't like erase it. You know, I'm not not trying to say he's never been, you know, amazing or done it, like blah blah blah, but it's fucking tarnished in my opinion, and I don't see it going back because now it's like he's so heavy into Suno. I don't trust any of his shit. Like there's no the trust is gone, and I'm not it's not rebuildable. It doesn't feel like at the moment. So,
and that's the big difference I think from like a Pharrell. You know, not saying Pharrell has so much baggage as Timbaland at this point, but it's like he's still putting out bangers, you feel me? Like he's still putting out good fucking music, and I don't even remember last time I've heard a great Timbaland fucking the New Republic remix of a song that was already hit. Like I don't even fucking remember like the last time I was like, damn, that's Timbaland.
Yeah, I heard one recently this year. I heard one, but again, it's like I'm enjoying it, and then you go like, but was this made with AI? Like I don't feel it doesn't even feel fun to enjoy it. I'll just fucking skip it. You know, honestly,
yeah, I got
because I can't. Like, I'm not supporting the AI shit.
Exactly. Particularly with the way they're doing it, where he like allegedly had people submitting songs to him that they didn't use to train this algorithm to imitate them. That is fucking the nastiest of nasty works.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, shout out to, and I don't want to name drop anybody, but we've had people that's been on this platform and that actually like was building with Timbaland and doing type of shit. It's like, did you take their shit too? Like, does they know that you? You know, are they still rocking with you? I might have to.
That's what I'm saying. There's no trust.
Yeah,
there's no fucking trust there.
And I'm gonna read this real quick. This comes from R Rap on Reddit. Has your opinion on Timbaland's changed since he began pushing Suno and now coming out with AI artist Tata? Now this is 10 months ago when he was trying to push that to, and that's a done data. Nobody was fucking with that. We all don't know Suno's trying to take over the music industry as we know it. Officially, Timbaland is listed as a strategic advisor, but it's widely assumed they may have been offered a piece of the company. While most listeners don't seem to be fans of AI music, the rap community especially hates it, which is why Timbaland running with Suno seemed to be one of the weirdest moves ever. Already facing serious backlash, he decides to double down and create AI artists and recently debuted her first song. How can artists like Timbaland, who has grind from the bottom to be one of hip-hop's biggest producers ever, be a part of something so detrimental and exploitive? To make it even worse, you have non-black AI writing about the black struggle. Anybody can share the struggle no matter what race, but hearing an AI do it is mad weird. The bar for skill and quality has already been dropped so low, and now we're going forever saturated with AI trash. If the next generation don't care about AI rap, we are cooked. Either way, it seemed that in 5-10 years from now, unless we are typing in specific names of artists or songs, we would have to search stuff like real hip hop or non-AI rap. That is an interesting point because I recently listened to the radio and it was like human DJs, guaranteed human DJs. And I'm like, is that where we're at? Is that where we're at?
That's fucking nasty.
That is nasty, the nastiest of nasty works, right? And that is where we're at. To go back to your point when you were saying earlier about the AI and it just being so detrimental, we're at the point where you got to advertise. Like, it's like when people got to put up in the ketchup bottle, there's like no high fructose corn syrup in it or some shit. It's like, why do you have high fructose corn syrup in the ketchup anyway, right? It's like, if we're at the point where you have to advertise that real humans have done this, then we're kind of at a weird time, man. I'm just hoping that it's an overkill or overcorrection, that people don't want to be associated with it. But if they're advertising it, it has to be out there, right? Somebody has to be doing it. So that's weird, man.
It's just fucked. Yeah, no, it's fucked up. Like, what's the next step? It's gonna be like, we don't really need to pay these football players. Let's just get some big robots in here, which kind of also sounds cool. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean? It's like, stop eliminating all this human fucking stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, it makes me sick.
That's part of music in general is your story in a musical form, right? That's what music started on. It was like ballads. It was like fucking stories and like rhymes of epics and the Odyssey type shit. That's kind of the start of music, was dudes going town to town doing ballads and shit. You feel me? Too many older producers up for money grabs and not the same production that got them on in the first place. And he was rude too. Yeah, man.
No surprise.
Do you think Timbaland can salvage is there anything to you personally? And this is your personal opinion, right? Because I know you kind of said you was down and out on him. Is there any way, let's say, he could salvage his good graces with you,
OB? Maybe like if he he'd have to like super condemn Suno and all AI, right? To the point that the company goes out of fucking business type of thing. Right? Or you know what I mean? Like I need something like that. Like, okay, you're out of AI, you're done on that, you're back with the people. Like, let's see it. Drop the hammer on them. Sure. Pay the fucking people that you've been taking, that you were training, you know what I mean? Or if you paid them, double it. Let's hear about that. You know what I mean? Or like let's fucking, I'm gonna need multiple things though, like that. Like it's not gonna be just one thing. And so at that point, you say, the answer is probably no, because none of that shit's gonna happen, and I don't know how much it's gonna take. So, no.
Do you think any major artists are still gonna rock with Timbaland, bro? I'm not sure. I've not been keeping track of what he's produced lately. Have you seen any major artists, given the scrutiny of AI, kind of still work with him lately?
I'd have to, like I said, I can't remember. I definitely had a review that I could have swore I turned into the site that said like, hey, there's a track on here produced by Timbaland. I kind of like it, but also don't trust it that it's not made with AI. I think I said it right in the review. I don't remember who that was, but yeah, I think that there's going to be plenty of artists still looking to work with him, just off the name, off of him promoting the record. I mean, he's a good character for sure. I think he'll push a song with you for sure. So I definitely think people are, I mean, Tyga and Timbaland, they got a track coming out soon, I'm sure. Motherfuckers.
I don't even know which one. I don't even know which one to hit. I would hit the hate button, but it's deserved. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Fuck it.
Thank you.
What do you say? Timbaland, so tired and Suno, it's hard to tell what's really him nowadays. Yeah, that's true, bro.
Exactly.
It's stealing basically other people's, because like I said, AI doesn't think for itself. It's pieces to get Frankenstein shit. So that's probably the most, if AI was doing completely original shit, which it can't fucking do, because even as humans, we still kind of take something from who you listened to before, but AI is just egregious with it. It has no soul to it. I could take something and put it in my style, right? AI just Frankenstein some shit to make you think it's original. So I think that's the big gripe that people have with it, it's plagiarism,
Yeah, I mean, again, like that post said, it's like hip hop comes from a struggle a lot of the time. It's about struggle. There ain't no fucking robot struggling. The AI is not, there's no struggle. They don't have a story to tell. They don't have there's nothing original, it's not like, so what the fuck do I need to listen to? I would rather, and I'm dead serious, I would rather hear a 10-year-old rapping. He's got more to say about how his mom fucking took his Game Boy, his teacher was mean, he got an F, you know what I mean? His fucking dinner was cold, or whatever the fuck is going on in a 10-year-old's life, right? But I'd rather hear that shit. That's some real struggle. Okay, for sure, man.
For sure.
Take that over some AI robot shit. Get that out of my face.
For sure. Actually, I think I wrote my first rhyme at 5 years old or 6 years old or something like that. I still remember it. I ain't gonna say it now because it's embarrassing, but I remember like my first like 4 bars, dog. It's worse. He was trolling people out, calling him out for his behavior. Yeah, the ego, bro. The ego trip is a thing, and that what makes it worse, bro. If you're kind of apologetic, or even if you're kind of empathetic, like, hey, I understand you guys ain't fucking with that, but I really truly believe this is the future of music. Maybe you people wouldn't take it so bad, but when you're like, motherfucker, I'm Timbaland, you know, get with it or get lost, you know, ride the wave or drown, you know, type shit. It's like, nah, man, we ain't fuck with that.
I'll get lost. Don't worry, Tim.
Any last thoughts on that, man?
Nah.
Let's see, we got, I think it was a couple more comments in here. You don't want to hear how the robot guy. iRobot, yo, Will Smith. We already seen it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, bro. Will Smith is a great actor. Tupac trial is up, man, and it seems to be a bit of a what's the word? Shit show so far from the clips I've seen. After 3 decades of silence, the trial of Dwayne Keefe D. Davis finally brings justice to the Tupac Shakur's family. And the hip-hop community has turning a cold case into a courtroom spectacle. And I should have fucking bolded up spectacle, because it definitely is. Turned the proceedings into a circus that only serves to reopen old wounds. With a memoir used as central evidence and witness citing a culture of silence means survivor, are we seeing a necessary reckoning for the gang wars of the 90s? Or does trial doing more harm than good by dragging the past, opening up old wounds, etc., etc.? I got the article pulled up here. Tupac murder trial. All hell broke loose night of rapper shooting, witnesses say. And it goes on to tell the story. And keep in mind, Keefe Davis is like 63 years old. Everybody involved in this is like late 50s, early 60s at this point. We're talking 30 years ago, actually a little bit more than 30 years now. I think we just passed 30-year anniversary, right? This happened 7 September 1996, right?
Yeah, 96,
yeah. So have you been keeping track of the trial at all? Have you seen any clips in regards to it? What are your thoughts, man? Is this more of a spectacle than an actual like hunt for justice?
I haven't been keeping up 100% because honestly, I mean, I've been at work, and then there's just a lot of stuff coming. So I've been, seeing clips, though, seeing headlines, stuff like that. It's hard to say. I think that it's both at this point. I mean, you know what I mean? It is a spectacle, but also, I mean, he told on himself. So we might as well get the justice out of him, But it's definitely become a spectacle, and there are elements of it that, as this is all coming out, do like open wounds, and like, there's some shit that sometimes can be like frustrating to see or hard to read, and like, headlines and shit like that. But I think overall it's good. And I think it's hopefully some good closures on the way here. So
yeah, it just sucks that so many people. Tupac's mother has passed away. Half of the outlaws are gone at this point. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of double back on the spectacle and pull this up. This was Reggie, one of the guys who was around at the time, and he's talking about Keefe D being a crackhead.
Were you familiar with somebody by the name that went by the moniker Keefe D?
Well, heard of him. Had no personal interactions with him at that point, especially in law enforcement. Heard of him, knew of him, but I had no personal contact with Keefe at that time.
So he was somebody that was on your radar, even though you had never met him or already had personal interaction with him.
Heard of him. He was mainly known as at one point he was known as a crackhead, but then later on he was known as a drug dealer. I mainly was a gang guy, and didn't really enforce on the level of narcotics he was working.
The way he kind of he smoked a little rock back in the day, but he wasn't a guy like that needed to be on our radar and stuff like that.
A little bit of a crackhead.
Here goes Mob James, who's always a character, to be honest.
Let me ask. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Then I'm not going to speak on Orlando. Let me ask you something about yourself. There was a rumor that Tupac had knocked you out one time.
I would kill him.
That would have been your response if that happened.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you and everybody else. I said it on my podcast show.
Him, Suge, and my brother. I'd have shot all three of them if he touched me.
Why
That's
is
how I was living.
Why is that?
That's what I was back then.
And so, is it fair to say that your reputation and your standing in the neighborhood would require you to do something if you're going to get punked by somebody like Tupac?
You don't have a choice, or you can't be there.
I'm sorry. We're doing some side talking. No, that's my fault. I asked, would being in the life that you were, if somebody like Tupac is punking you, like by punching you in the face or something like that, you would have to retaliate, or you would lose your place in the neighborhood.
You would have to go back home and fight everybody that called you a punk. You would have to go. There's some rules that you roll with, and some rules you just gotta handle. Certain things need to be dealt with, adjusted, living that life. And when I was living that life, it wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. It wasn't no, oh, you get a pass. No, I was shot him, to be honest.
Man, and if you seen Mob James maybe like 6 years ago, he didn't look shit like this, bro. I don't know if it was the liquor or what, but man, he's looking rough. But yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to highlight, the kind of the spectacle of everything that's going on, like the line of questioning. If you're from that neighborhood, and let's just say somebody like Tupac punks you, yeah, like, bro, what the fuck this got to do with the trial and stuff like that? I just think so much time has passed that probably a lot of the evidence that would be probably hard evidence back in the day is kind of like lost, and so now you kind of got to go through this circumstantial type of, well, you were in the life, and he said this and he said that. It's probably literally no physical evidence, to be honest with you. It's all gonna be hearsay, conjecture, and then you have these people who have podcasts, self-admitted have a podcast and shit on the side, taking the stand. So I'm not sure if you're gonna get what everybody's looking for as far as the justice aspect of it, which is sad because Tupac is a fucking legend, dog.
Yeah.
So
no, that's true. But like I said, Keefy D spoke a lot himself. So we'll just see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll definitely
if they're gonna sit down and use rappers' lyrics and songs against them and all that shit. What Keefy's been saying should be enough, you would think. But we'll see.
For sure. So let's check the comments. Please share live. Don't forget. You heard what she said. Hit
That's
that
right.
Like 160 y'all. Let's get it. It's funny. Mob James, Reggie White, and Keefy D was all on. Man, look here, bro. Let me go find this. Let me go find this for you, Deluxe, dog.
Shout out to Deluxe.
That's investigative journalism, right?
That's
there,
right. Exactly.
And I'm going to put up this last thing in regards to speaking about the family and closure of that Tupac sister. Says family lacks confidence in finding justice for brother's murder. We never had any expectations for the criminal system to hunt down someone for my brother's murder. After 30 years, the murder of Tupac Shakur is finally on trial, but whether we find out who actually killed Pac remains to be seen as Keefy D's case moves through court. Friends, family, and family members hope that they'll see justice. Unfortunately, the Shakur family has low expectations that something positive could come out of this. During an interview with Law Crime Network, Tupac's sister, Sakaiwa, I believe, Shakur explained how the family's history in the United States makes it difficult to feel as though the justice we serve. Pac's family has deep ties to the Black liberation movement, specifically the Black Panthers. That particular history is what shaped their perception of the justice system as it's related to resolving Tupac's murder. Unfortunately, our family, because of the history of America and our family's history here, we have no expectations or low expectations of the criminal system ever. We have had any expectation for criminal justice system to hunt down someone for my brother's murder, she said. Just black boys, young black boys in their lives or deaths tend to be swept under the rug in America often, so we didn't have high expectations in the beginning. As we all know, man, I believe his stepfather was Mutulu Shakur, who literally just got out, I think, and ended up passing or something like that. Then you had a lot of the Black Panthers who sat there, political prisoners, just sat there for decades. You had Asada, who had to flee to Cuba. That was his godmother. You feel me? So his ties run deep with the Black Panther part. So it's of course a given that they wouldn't look at the system as somebody who would be in their favor, someone that would advocate or fight for them. But I think the high nature, the basically the star quality of this trial is what led to it. You know, prosecutors still have political ambitions and they still want to do things. And who wouldn't want to be the person who caught Tupac's murderer 30 years after he died, right? That's a big story.
Yeah.
So I think that might be part of it.
I mean, even Vlad himself, speaking of Vlad, he's the one that says, I'm the one who got Keefe D. I'm the one who got Tupac, you know, like you said, people are looking for that title. So,
for sure.
But also, I agree with his sister. And that I think that even myself need to have some lowered expectations and not get, because we all know how things go.
For sure. And I think we got one new comment. Yeah, it's tough for Tupac's revolutionary bloodline has been enemy to U.S. to believe in the justice system. For sure, man.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I would not trust them either. Any last thoughts, or what do you think is going to be the ultimate thing? Do you actually think we'll get a conviction in this? Or will it be a just conviction?
Damn, you know, I kind of was hoping and thinking so until we read that last bit from his sister, and now I'm actually kind of more like 50-50 on like this might be a big show and then fucking nothing, and then not guilty and nothing's changed, you know. So I don't know, man. I don't got no faith in those in a fucking court system.
For sure, man. That makes two of us, my G. But hopefully, man, some kind of closure comes about that. Like I said, we're at the point where if we don't get it now, it's never gonna happen because so many people pass away, getting older. 30 years.
It feels like that. Yeah. If this isn't it, then it's just it's gonna be cold forever. So
for sure. And we'll roll into our next topic we got here. Shout out to Real 94 West, man. He's always supporting and sharing our shit for sure. What do you think is ruining rap albums right now? And a Coil Array response: producers with the bold type uppercase letters. I think production is so important. It's more than just picking a beat and rapping. Motherfuckers not collaborating for real, pulling out the guitars, pianos. Producers used to be heavy involved in the entire process. Now everything seems like a money grab. So she's saying that albums or rap albums aren't the same due to the production, the producers specifically. Obi, agree or disagree, dog?
I mean, I can't say that I can't agree with that personally. I don't know. I don't think I'm not putting all the blame and no, I'm not saying producers are ruining rap albums right now. And I also don't feel like it's all a money grab, you know. I mean, even if you go down to this first comment there, and I haven't read none of this, but it's even saying it's like this album is the rapper's album. You know what I mean? If you want to work deeper with the producer, then reach out or tell them, hey, I want to link up, or I want to do X, Y, and Z, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I get how that's on the producers. If someone reaches out for a beat and I send them some beats, and the producers are just another, you know, and not just another, but they're a big gear in the machine, and it's a machine. Like everybody's working together. So I'm not putting that on the producers. I think there's a lot of great producers. If anything, right now we have more projects than ever of like rappers and producers linking up and working just one-on-one for full projects, right? And I'm a big fan I'm a big fan still of projects that have multiple producers. I'm a believer that when you do that, you're gonna get the best beat that this producer thinks for you will work, or what, you know what I mean? Like, you got more chances to get the best beat out of 6 different guys. Whereas if you get 6 beats from the same guy, there might be a weak leak in there or whatever. And you didn't want, you know what I mean? You went with it, or you liked it, but everybody else is not going to agree with that or whatever. So, but no, I can't agree that that's all on the producers.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, Obi. I can't blame the producers. We just had the topic not too long ago with Lil Wayne was talking about how his team just kind of like does the grab bag thing and like picks a song here and picks a song there. And I think that's part of what I, quote unquote, I think the original was ruining rap albums is they don't sound cohesive. It's a grab bag. You feel me? You plucking a beat from here, you plucking a beat from there. There's no theme or there's no overall feel to the album. That's why I like when I reviewed the Lower Self joint. You know, shout out 10 out of 10. That album felt cohesive. It felt like it was a theme to it, and that was refreshing. That was like, oh man. I was listening to the Knife Wonder Mussolini shit earlier today. You know, one producer on the whole album, Knife Wonder. You know what I mean? Legendary in itself, and it sounds like a cohesive project because of that. It's plenty of things, or plenty of albums recently. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie 100 Grand Royce. He had the Dame Grease joint, but Dame produced the whole thing, and it sounds cohesive. You can do that as an artist if you want to do that. If you want to grab bag, you want to colostomy bag it up and take some shit here and throw it in the bag and hope it collects. That's up to you. But even with the producers, you can pick the producers who do the drums and the string. And it's like, you can't call that out if you can't do it either, right? I'm not to call out Corey, right? But it's like, can you play an instrument too, though? So yeah, it's all a lot of blame to go around. But I also think it's a lot of dope shit that's actually being made. I don't go by the narrative that is like so much terrible music coming out right now. It's bad music. It's also some great music coming out right now. The issue is we just have to look for it a little bit more. We had it not good before where it was just gifted to us. Every major drop, everything was known. We're more so in our kind of these echo chambers. You know, we got our own ecosystem now where you can curate everything. So you kind of got to search for good music, right? Or you got to come to hiphophighsociety.com and we'll fucking tell you what's good music.
That's the best way.
The easiest way, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of noise out there. You just got to wiggle your way through what's good, what sounds good to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you agree with that or not, but that's kind of my take on that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's just like I'm just thinking about like Freddie Gibbs, let's say, right? He just did a project with Alchemist, Alfredo 2 last year. One producer for the whole project. The year before was the another one that was not all. It was different producers for everything. My mind's just blanking on it. You know me. But these are two like high caliber albums is my point. And these are totally made differently with different producers and different styles. So I don't see how it could possibly be on the producers. And I agree with you that I don't think that, you know, I saw when Real 94 posted that and I didn't respond. I didn't like say anything to it because I don't know what's ruining rap, because I don't think rap is ruined at the moment, or like I don't think rap albums are ruined personally. Exactly. I know he's just posing a question. He likes to talk hip hop. So, I mean, I'm not, you know, but yeah, there's not like one single thing. I think there's different little elements all throughout hip hop and through different rap albums. But yeah, I'm not putting that on one single thing as in the producers or even putting it on the rappers. You know, it's
exactly.
It's a big creative process with a bunch of people. So
yeah, I just think people are a little bit disappointed with probably the mainstream offerings that we've had. And I can't really blame them. A lot of the mainstream shit has not been but once again, you know, those are people with the big, huge budgets that can, like, you don't think, like I said, a Ninth Wonder or someone wouldn't like jump at the bit to like be like, all right, you be with 21 Savage for the next fucking month and you're gonna make this album or whatever, right? But it will be up to him to demand something like that, right? Like, I want to work with one producer to produce this one cohesive thing. And it is possible to have multiple producers and still create a good album. You just got to kind of know your sound. I think we need to go back to something theme, bro. If you have no direction for an album and you just kind of throwing shit together, it's probably very fucking hard, bro. A lot of times these people just take 12 songs, name it some shit that ain't got nothing to do with the album, and just release it, you know? Yeah, and I think that's part of it. That's why that G Herb, man, I've never been a big G Herbo fan, but that last album he made and shit, we had like his kid picture. I'm blanking on the name of it.
Yeah.
Little Herb. That shit was I think so. Dope. That's probably one of the best albums I heard from dude. That was one of my top 5 of that year, right? And it's because he had a theme to it. I'm talking about my growth as a man through the streets of Chicago to now, and every song kind of hit on that. You feel me? So those to me are the best albums when you have a direction of what you want to go with it and where you want it to sound. And now it feels like a fucking movie. Imagine if you're just watching a movie and it's just like random scenes of fucking like episode of Mad TV or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like random fucking skits. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Right? Unless you're Quentin Tarantino. He's about the only person who could pull that off. But outside of that, it's like, what the fuck is this jumbled mess? Right? And that's how some people's album feel, bro. Create a story, create a fucking movie, dog, so we can take it in correctly, you feel me? So that's kind of my thing with it. So
well, and bring back the word mixtape, because if you're telling me it's a mixtape, you could do whatever the fuck you want, man. Or like, you know, I mean, no matter what, you're an artist, you could do whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell anybody what the fuck to do, but if you do a mixtape, it's like cool, you're experimenting or you're doing whatever, right? But if you give me an album, I want it to be focused. I want it to, have a direction, have thought behind it more. So. Yeah. Probably not gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I agree though. I agree, man. Any last thoughts on that, man? Are we gonna honestly? I agree, which I think you hit the nail on the head earlier, dog, where it's like, I don't think hip hop is ruined at all. And like you said, I know 94 West is just producing a hypothetical. And I love that, right? I love to have these discussions and shit like that. But I honestly think we're in a renaissance because it's not as much money in hip hop. So all the people who are here just for the bread, they going to do fucking country. They're going to do podcasts.
They're streaming. They're fucking.
So I think we're in for some good fucking times, and I'm here for it. You feel me?
I agree.
All right. Well, let's pull up, man. We got a new segment we're gonna try out. We're gonna try, you know how a comic get on stage and try material. We're gonna try material. You 119 people here. We got a new segment called Ear to the Street. All right. I love that beat. So first thing, we got a first story with this segment. We pretty much want to go through each segment. We're going to talk about actually tours, music, things that go on, things that maybe not are or could fill up a whole segment, but they are good blurbs and real rap shit, real hip hop shit. And we're actually going to rank how excited we are between 1 and 5, 5 being the most excited, 1 being like, I don't know about that, right? The first announcement we got here is Anderson .Paak and Cordae are to release a collaboration album titled Heavy is the Crown on October 23rd. The article you can find on Reddit, but it just goes on to say how they're collaborating and how they've collaborated in the past, etc., etc. But I'm gonna toss it to you. Having heard a lot of the offerings, they have collab pretty much, and they had a good song on Cordae's album that I gave. Actually, I think I did shit like 8 out of 10, man. That was a couple years ago, but very good album, very good collaboration. That collaboration, one of the best tracks on the fucking album. I'm blanking on the name of the song though. How excited are you for the Anderson .Paak Cordae collaboration album between 1 and 5 being the best, not the highest?
Let's see. I'm probably, are we doing point? I'll round up. I'm gonna say 3 because I'm just personally never been like big into Cordae. Not to say I dislike him by any means. I haven't heard enough to feel like I dislike him. I just never really tuned in all that much. But I mean, what I have heard, I like, but I just personally haven't dug into like albums and stuff. Anderson is amazing, of course, so that's why, you know, I'm definitely interested. And yeah, so I'm a 3. I'm like meaty. I'm definitely interested. I'm going to listen to it. I'm excited to a degree, but I'm not overly excited. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So I guess I'm up. So if I had to go between 1 and 5, 5 being the best, most excited, I'm probably with you there on the 3. I did like their past collaborations. I am not a huge Cordae fan. I do like Anderson .Paak. Granted, I couldn't call myself a fan of either, but I do recognize great musicians when I see them, right? So with that being said, I'm very interested in see what they can produce with a whole entire project. And honestly, I was very pleasantly surprised by Cordae's last album. It's somebody who I didn't think I would like at all his music. So to hear like an album where I gave it like an 8, 8.5, something like that, for it to be like a fucking that high on the scale for me, yeah, so I'm excited for this, man. I say the expectations might be kind of high in that case because you do have two musicians who are pretty high up there. So hopefully they can fulfill that. Sometimes pressure bust pipes, but I think them two dudes that can hold it down. You feel me? So look forward to
Yeah,
it.
no, I think this album's gonna be pretty hyped up by social media. So, you know, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna be trying to scroll past those posts, to be honest, because I hate fucking hype for anything. And yeah, I just wanna enjoy it naturally. That's all I'm saying. No hype.
Bet. All right, it's threes, man. Threes across the board, not bad. Our next story is coming up, man. You know what I'm about to say for this shit.
I do.
You know what I'm about to. We got the announcement, kind of, sort of, from Mr. Don Tripp. 9/11/26. He just put the date up. He put the picture, and in the second picture is a 5 with Step Brothers. So I guess we're getting Step Brothers 5 on September 11th. I'll let you go first, man. How excited? 1 to 5.
All right. Let's see. I'm probably gonna go with a 2 on this one, only because we just get 4 last year? Was it last year? I feel like, or was that? I feel like we get a lot of music from these guys. Is all I'm saying. So I am excited because honestly, I like Don Tripp, I like Starlito. I feel like we get a lot. So I guess maybe I have a little bit of lower hype for it, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited. These guys are great.
How much Step Brother for? I gotta look that up. But you already know I'm a 5, dog. You feel me? I fucks with the Step
I know you are.
Everybody knows me at this point. So I will say I was a little disappointed about a recent mixtape and I'm gonna say mixtape because that definitely was a fucking mixtape, even though they said out. But the one from Starlito, damn, what's the name of that shit? I'm blanking on it. But I was like, bro, like it was so slow, and you got these kind of slower covers and stuff like that. So hopefully it could be a bounce back because I wasn't feeling that. Although Eddie Valero and Don Tripp probably dropped one of my top 5 albums of the year with their collaboration, right? So there's that. So we've had some good, we had some bad. I don't want people to think that I'm not a stan at all. If some shit is trash, it's trash. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna offer this time, particularly come off Step Brothers for Life, because that was a pretty good album. You know, I'm interested also to see how they're gonna mix it up so it doesn't sound like the same. I think that's the biggest thing with like named sequel albums is like making it fresh. You feel me?
No, absolutely. But yeah, 2025 we got Step Brothers 4 and 4.5.
Well, 4.5 is like
just
almost like a mixtape behind an album. It's like the throwaways on there.
I get it. I'm just saying there were 2 drops from just last year, so that's why I'm just.
Yeah, Don Tripp dropped mad out. Like Don Tripp worked ethic.
I know.
I don't like fuck, man. Can't take a break, brother. Appreciate you, but he is constantly dropping. This is probably the least active year I've seen from him in a while. Granted, he did have.
I was gonna say, yeah,
this year, but he had a point where he was dropping one every month, dog. So, yeah. All right, man. Let's go on to the next joint we got. Let's pull this up. We got the announcement of, drum roll, please. The Game Documentary 3. 24 songs. The feature list is probably what's most gonna throw people off or be the most talked about thing. You have Drake, Ye, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Tyga, Party Next Door, YG, Leon Thomas, Black Thought, Larry June, Drakeo the Ruler on the same album as YG. That's kind of nasty work. Lefty Gunplay, Ash Chite, RJ. Why use this name? RJ MRLA. I don't know how to pronounce it. And Mike
RJ Mr. LA.
All right.
It's Drake. It's also Drakeo the Ruler, but that's all right.
All right. And that's. So, what do you think, man? What do you think of this? How excited are you first, and what do you think about this feature list?
So yeah, I mean, this all only showed up like 2 hours ago. I think I was in the middle of shooting Crack the Concretes when this dropped, so I didn't even know this was news until we were in the middle of the podcast and I saw it. So, I gotta be at a 4. I gotta hold myself down at a 4. You guys, everybody, I want to be 5. I want to be 5. I'm a big Game fan. And
Right.
honestly, this track list looks better than like at first when you started and I saw it was going to be a big list. I was like, oh shit, this is a big list. But I'm actually kind of cool with these names. 24 songs, right? So like, we'll see how that works out. His last documentary 2 and 2.5. I call it all 2 personally, but that's a double disc album. So it's like, is this another double disc? Because if so, you know, and some of these features might be 2 on a song, right? It could be Snoop and Lil Wayne on one song, so that could be good. I'm at a 4. I'm excited. I can't deny that I'm fucking excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous because, and most people don't know this about me, I might have documentary 2 above the documentary.
What the fuck?
So like, yeah, no, I know, and I'm a big Game fan, and that's and most people would never. Most people don't even know what the fuck documentary 2 sounds like. So whatever, but yeah, I'm excited for this album, and it's got to live up to two great albums to me, which is 1 and 2. So like, I gotta say 4. I gotta level it out. I gotta stay calm. I gotta pull the hype down.
I'm about to pull up some graphics so we can have people's name or score above the head or some shit. But I'm going like fucking 2.
Yeah, I know you are.
I'm gonna tell you because first and foremost, I'm not a super huge Game fan. I don't like the way he conducts business. I don't like the fucking
absolutely
drops and all this. But I think this
totally
is specifically too much tailored toward content. He know what the fuck he doing. All right, you know what you're doing with this fucking feature list, right? So to me, I think it's nasty work, and that's why I'm not super duper excited because honestly, I would be tuned in for what the fuck is going to be the controversy behind it, like what verses are going to include in there. Is fucking we know the elephant in the room who the fuck is not on here, right? We know Kenny from Compton is not on here, right? But you got Drake and some of his affiliates, and you got Ash Chike, and you got, you know what I mean? Like, you got these people affiliated on both sides. And I don't think it's because you're trying to make this peace offering. I think you're trying to play into the controversy because you owe that girl still probably $200,000 for being a nasty motherfucker, right? So you got to pay off your debt. But anyway, man, I don't like the way Game's conducting business on this, man. I don't like the way he's kind of playing into the drama aspect of it because I think he knows what he's doing here. So I went 2, bro. Nasty.
Well, so I'll just tell you, there's probably half as many features as there is on the documentary 2. So he's holding himself back a little bit. I'll just tell you that right now. And yeah, there is some weird shit though. I'm not gonna lie, like having Draco and YG and Az Chike. I always say AZ Chike, but I know it's Az Chike. I just doesn't roll off my tongue like that.
Yeah, it's a weird
pause. But yeah, and documentary 2 is when they had 100, him and Drake. So I mean, again, I'm not surprised to see him come back. Like, but yeah, no Kendrick, and I'm also not surprised by that. I do agree that there'll probably be some kind of shot taken or something like that, unfortunately. But I think this is going to be a super West Coast album from the looks of it, from just these features. And I'm excited for that because that is why I love the documentary 2. It's actually like even more West Coast and has a bunch filled with great and amazing samples. Like I'm excited for this album, but yeah, I also gotta like keep it level.
Yeah, nasty work.
I swear to God, he also just said it was done like a week ago. I saw the Instagram post of him saying it's 100%, it's done now. I just finished. And now it's coming out. So that does sometimes make me nervous, like a quick flip around like that. So
yeah, I wonder how much of that is like verses he had like in on Tuck. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like I wonder how much is that.
Well,
like he's already
I think he's been working on it for like 3 years because I think he was trying to aim for the 20-year anniversary last year. Because I've been seeing posts about him making this album for probably 2-3 years now. So he kept saying it was coming. I remember him dropping a merch drop for it one time. This is like 2 years ago. Merch drop for the documentary 3. So yeah, I think it's been in progress, but yeah, we'll see. And I don't blame you for being at a 2 or anybody that's at a 1. You know, I get it.
Definitely. And let's go into this. This is just going to be a list of things that's dropping this week. So I guess the big one is any of these are 5 for you. We'll go to the week of the 21st. We got Rhapsody, Guy Got an Afro and Gold Hoops. We got Cameron with Federica, Toby and Winway with The Bridge. We got Skilla Baby with The Price of Fame, and Eric Bellinger with Eric Bellinger, self-titled. Any of these are 5 for you, dog?
No. That's a no from me. On the 5 scale. On the 5 scale. I'm not saying I won't enjoy these albums. Not saying that, but no. That's a no.
So which one's the most excited? Which one you least?
Most excited. I mean, I didn't know Cam was dropping. So that's cool. I like Cam. I think I'm most excited for Cam. And least excited, I guess Eric Bellinger. I don't know if I've ever heard an Eric Bellinger album.
Me neither. I'm not gonna lie.
So I would have to say Eric Bellinger for my least excited.
For me, my most excited. Damn, I'm probably gonna have to go Cameron as well, man. Although he hasn't really dropped lately, I'm just interested to see where the fuck he's gonna go with it. You feel me?
Yeah,
because it's been kind of wild since we last heard him. See if he still got it. You know, got one in the chamber. You feel me? My least, I'm gonna take out Eric Bellinger because I never heard it. I can't say I'm excited or unexcited. So my least is probably gonna be Skilla Baby, man. It's just not my style.
Yeah.
No disrespect to him or whatever. It's just not my style of rapping.
That would be my next one also.
Yeah, I've heard a few of his songs. You know, it's just not for me. You know, it's that YN music, bro. That's that shiesty music, bro. I can't really get into it, so that's my least.
I like it a little bit. I'm not like out on Skilla Baby. It's just towards the bottom of the list for me for this week. So,
all right, bet. Let's just go into some tour news, man. A little tour news. We got TDE, Doug, announcing the HBCU tour. Live performances across the TDE roster, student showcases, on-site career and civic engagement activities, interactive mobile recording studio, and a hands-on virtual mentorship initiative for rising student talent. So, Top Dog Entertainment, they're gonna bring out, does it say the roster? It just says roster. So I probably whoever's free that fucking day. If you were a student, HB, how excited would you be to see TDE come to your campus, man? You think this is a good look? 1 through 5.
I mean, I think I would be. I'd be. If I was a student, it would be a 5. For me, not being there, it's a 4 because I still think it's really, really awesome. And yeah, I think they should be super excited. That's great, and I'm also glad to see that younger kids are into TDE and their artists. You know, that's good. I like that. That's a good sign.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I probably would go if of course, I'm student as a 5. I'd be there fucking bells on just because it's gonna be a lot of girls and shit. I'd be like, yeah. But just looking at the totality, like I'm pretty excited to see what they do, man. I give it a 4 as well. I think that's a dope look overall. Kind of engaging and building with the community. Might even find some dope talent out there because shit, college campuses are ripe with talent as well. So that might be an added bonus to it. So I think that's a great look for TDE. Something different. Kind of reminds me of the back in the day they used to have what was that Rap City? It was Rap City, but what was the other one with the guy Hits from the Street? Remember that shit? Where he goes to the college campuses.
I actually don't remember that. Yeah,
I'm probably dating myself, but he used to do some shit. Hits from the street. You go to college campuses and stuff like that, man, and actually build. And that's music is ripe on college campuses, man. If you want to try something that's dope or sucks, college will tell you. You feel me? So dope.
That's all. Yeah, I'm always surprised that it's not more tapped into sometimes, but
yeah, definitely. And last thing we got on our ear to the streets, man, we got Tyler the Creator with his Camp Flog Gnaw Carnival of 2026, and we're going to check out the performers he's got, which some of these, but I don't have no clue, so I'm just going to go on the ones that we got Don Tolliver there, you got Steve Lacy, Isaiah Rashad, okay, Vince Staples, okay, Concrete Boys, be there, JID, The Alchemist, Earl Sweatshirt, Sid, Lupe Fiasco, didn't see it, just drop an album, 310 Baby, and Domo Genesis, Mike G. Who else we got? So Casey Veggies. All right. Interesting lineup. He definitely got a mix of different people in there. How excited are you for this tour of sorts?
I'd say like a 3. I'm not sure I've ever seen no, I don't want to say never, but I can't remember the last time I saw a Camp Flog Gnaw, lineup where I was like, damn, I'm really missing out, like 100%. And I don't mean that in a rude way, but there's just usually a decent chunk of artists that I'm kind of mixed on or not that interested in. This is somewhat similar, although, there's also names I don't know, and I'm always open to finding somebody new and hearing some new dope music. And it doesn't have to be just hip hop. I'm open to other genres and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd say like a 3.
Yeah. I'd go 2.5, maybe 3. 2.5 if Vince Staples is going to do that garage grunge shit he does. 3 if he's going to actually perform like his older shit, because you know what I mean, that would be the deciding factor. I definitely would be excited to hear some of Vince Staples' other shit.
Absolutely.
But if he's gonna do the fucking the new age Nirvana shit, then nah, I'm not into that. So that would be the deciding factor to me. But I appreciate him throwing on these festivals, definitely exposing people to a different sound, get that different flow and different genres and different people, and kind of a peaceful type of shit. Salute to JID. So I'm interested to hear JID said. JID is one of the dudes I would want to hear what the fuck he sounds like, because it seems like his shit be lit low key. I've seen some concert footage. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to check out the JID show one of these days, or G or whatever. But I'll say 2.5, 3, somewhere in there. And is that the last one? That's it, man. That's it. So hopefully you guys like the new segment, man. We'll try it again next week with a bigger crew, hopefully, and see what happens there. It might take a little bit longer, but we are here. And of course, we go into our outside the algorithm, our good segment where we try to put the people onto some music. You got 127 people in here. Make sure y'all share and get people in here so they can hear this part, because you definitely want to hear our recommendations for new music. So, man, if you got something queued up, dog, that you want to put the people onto, what you've been listening to personally, Obi, man, what you got, bro?
All right. Well, let's see. Not tomorrow, but Saturday, Chicago Gospel drops from Rufus Sims, I Am God, and the 17 Cypher. I've had early access to that for probably a month or so. And it's a fucking amazing album from 2 of my favorite MCs out of Chicago. I try not to shout out the city too much, but I can't help myself a little bit also. And we got enough people, 120, however many sharing, come on. But yeah, Chicago Gospel is coming out on Saturday. 17 Cypher is one of the hardest working people that I know in all of hip hop, underground hip hop, just project after project, supporting dope artists, supporting producers. She's amazing. Harmony, equality. So yeah, check out that album. Dropping on Saturday, Chicago Gospel, Rufus Sims, I Am God, 2 amazing MCs. That's it for me.
I like that, man. That's good shit, man. Matter of fact, we got a yell. I know we're gonna yell outside the algorithm, but that deserves a yell. So yeah, I've been listening to, as I mentioned earlier today, ran through the Mussolini and Knife Wonder joint, the Don and the I3. Definitely some smooth shit. It's kind of crazy that Mussolini don't get mentioned in that lifestyle rap, because he's pretty much in that Larry June kind of thing, but he pimps. He's like Larry June that pimps.
He kind of gets slept on, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, but definitely a project worth checking out. Definitely smooth. Definitely gives me yacht with a glass of fucking champagne type of vibe. So definitely check that out. I also been listening to, if y'all like older shit, I'm gonna drop a review on the Public Enemy of Fear of Black Planet. Should be dropping probably tomorrow if I can stay up late enough to write it up. I already got the first paragraph. I only need 3 more. But I will be dropping that soon, man. So one of the things I do want to emphasize is that we definitely need to full circle with our hip hop knowledge and things like that. So make sure y'all check out the older shit, man. If you never heard it before, it's almost like a fresh new album for you. That album itself is very sonically fucking pleasing, bro. It's almost like a Stevie Wonder fucking album where you get so many sounds, you get some funk mixed in with the hip hop. And doesn't feel as dated as some. It's more those late 80s kind of, Melly Mel shit. It definitely feels
Yeah.
a bit more modern. You feel me? So definitely check that out if you haven't already. And it still hits on social issues that we're dealing with today. So that's an added bonus to it. So definitely check that out. So those are 2 things I've been listening to this week. For the most part, I've listened to some other shit that's not that great, but I'm not gonna call anybody out because I don't want to be an asshole. But outside of that, man, we'll just get ready to get up out of here. But I would be amiss if I didn't shout out the homie Obi, let him plug all the shit he got going on. Busy man. I don't know how the fuck he does all of it, but I appreciate him being here every week almost when he's not on vacation. And what you been working on, Obi? What you got going on, cooking up, bro?
Oh man, lots of reviews. I got like some of my favorite summer songs, like a playlist of those coming out. I'm actually already working on like my 2026 Rising Stars. I sent the list of the. I like to do the rappers and the producers. I like to shine light on the producers too, but I got the rappers into my graphic artist so he can start working on those because I'm getting help with that this year. Thank goodness, because that shit's. I swear that's the hardest part is getting the fucking graphics. When you're not a graphics guy like me, you're just working on your phone. So so look out for that. That stuff's coming, not too soon. I'll tell y'all when it's coming a little closer, but and just check out the website, check out The Culture Decides, follow Cam, follow Starla, follow Star, go listen to Cloud's music, check out the fucking crew, man. I just write. I'm just doing writing. Y'all can read that anytime.
Don't sell yourself short. You're a humble man, but I appreciate you for Take care.
Thank you.
What I'm working on, this fucking site, man. I'm up all night, bro, for the most part. Make sure everything gets posted, man, and definitely got an article from Starla dropping. I got an interview coming up soon, lowercase and hopefully self, if not just lowercase. But I've been bigging up their project for the last couple of weeks, so I'm very honored to sit down with them. Definitely cool brothers, man. Been exchanging messages with them. Definitely humble dudes, despite having one of the best fucking projects I've heard this year. So definitely want to big up that. And shout out to Talk That Hip Hop, dog. We got an unsigned hype playlist about to drop. So those of you who do music out there, make sure y'all hit this website up once again. Drop your music, submit it. We're going to push that playlist very hard. We're going to try to make sure people get the shine that they deserve if you're dropping good music, because that's what it's all about, man. Fucking not necessarily breaking artists, but put the shine and put the light on it, because we kind of hit on earlier, a lot of people not doing that these days. They kind of only want to fuck with you when you're popping. So we definitely want to find the next in the future of hip hop, because that's what it's all about, keeping this legacy and culture going. So I'm all about that action. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And that's all I got, man. I give myself a little, I guess, a little nepotism.
Please do. Please do. We held it down for almost 2 hours. That's worthy.
That's a lot of yapping. 1 hour, 47 minutes, man. We got 132 of y'all in here. If you are watching on X, make sure you hit your ass over to YouTube. Drop a comment for us, man. Hit the like button and share, because it help elevate us in the algorithm, which we're trying to do. So make sure you go do that. We know y'all like X, but just head over to YouTube for a minute and just fucking big it up. But outside of that, man, I appreciate you, Obi. I appreciate everybody working behind the scenes. Cam's probably posting some shit right now, so I appreciate you getting off the roof and fucking doing some shit behind the scenes for me, because it's hard working, man. And everybody in general is hard working, dog. So I appreciate the crew, man. And we appreciate y'all for watching us, man. So that's all I got. All right. Peace. Let's get about